Welcome back to Real Hip Hop. I'd like to call this show 10 Minutes of Hip Hop here on Volo Television. We dropping that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding for you. This is Volothamp Modulus Tautology, and I'm just here to just spit some thoughts at you about the culture that I grew up with. We spell culture with a K, of course. Not because we killers, because knowledge is what we seek. We want to understand. We want to grow our wisdom. You know what I mean? Let the beat flow a little bit for you. We doing our thing. Like I said, I'm giving you 10 minutes of hip hop. This is officially volume number 2, I guess. 10. If we was to analyze this in binary code. Tonight I'll be on my part of town podcast. Actually, we call it Noodle Free Mondays at Mr. C Twitch Gang. But I know since the Eagles is going to the Super Bowl, I know we're going to talk about Philadelphia a lot. I know I can see it already. That's all Mr. BAS going to want to talk about. But we try to do some philosophical, psychological, sociological analysis of what's a noodle. Now, I don't know how deep we're going to go into that. We'll see. But I know we're going to get distracted quick because, our Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, let the beat rock. Now, where am I going with this one right here? The first episode I talked about the greatest verse of all time. And I didn't get much response. Nobody really wanted to share their comments. And that's the biggest concern with what's going on with hip-hop and hip-hoppers in general. It's like, yeah, we'll talk about this kid, 20-something-year-old got stomped and murdered by these black cops. But we won't talk about KRS-One's, what album is that? Black Cop and Sound of the Police, Return of the Boom Bap album, right? We won't talk about the lyrics of that album and how that album's actually the template for what they tell us that Black Lives Matter is. And hence, what we have going on is the government telling us what Black Lives Matter. They defining us, what Antifa is. They defining what LGBTQ, they defining all these movements. And it's like, that's not really hip hop, right? That's not hip hop right there. This is hip hop right here. You see, way back in the days when hip hop began with Coca Rock, Who Hurt, and then banned. B-boys went to the latest jams, but when they got shot up, they went home and said, damn, right? We share them lyrics to, help elevate the minds of the people. You know what I mean? Melly Mel started it off with what? Broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the corner like they just don't care. Can't take the smell, I can't take the noise. Got no money to provide, I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back. Junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. Tried to get away, but I couldn't get far. Cause a man with a crowbar repossessed my car. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes that make me wonder how I keep from going under, right? That was hip hop. Today they talking about some, shaking booties and titties and they want to be witty and all that kind of stuff. That garbage. Like we was analyzing brand new thoughts, right? Like I gave my top 5. I said, I just threw the numbers out there. I said, Big Daddy Kane number 1, right? Rakim Allah number 2, right? Cool G Rap number 3. So I had to add that Gangster, right? Slick Rick number 4. The Ruler number 4, right? And then I put KRS-One number 5. Now, nobody wanted to have a discussion about why I put it in that order. And nobody wanted to have a discussion about the lyrics that they spit. You know what I mean? They didn't want to have, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, like, how we gonna have 212? Yeah, I had technical difficulties right there. But y'all don't want to have discussions about the actual lyrics or about the greatest lyrics. You know what I mean? Like I use Bomb Atomically, Socrates Philosophies. You know what I mean? Spectre Deck came at y'all next with that, right? And it's like, yo, like, and then I'm dealing with on the aspect of how should I really move, what direction should I give? Because right now I have an 11-year-old son, like I keep letting y'all know. I call him a preteen adolescent. He's not 12, he's not 13 yet. And it's like, we play Pokemon. You know what I mean? Right now, Pokemon, I think they sold 4.5 million copies between, you know, when it first came out. So you're talking about one of the top selling games in the you know, worldwide. Like, but you're dealing with parents that's not adding parental guidance to their children. Like, they just putting them in front of a PG-13 movie, and it's like they not there to share the understanding, the knowledge, the wisdom of the murder and the sexual deviancy and all that stuff that's going on in these movies. So that, you know, they're doing the same thing with these video games, right? But then you got the government coming and say, "Oh, it's the video games, it's the movies, it's hip hop, it's the music, right?" And it's like, nah, me and my son, we play Pokemon. We don't play that Call of Duty. He don't need to be on that. Like, we play Splatoon. So we do the gunplay a little bit, but we ain't on that, you know what I mean? And Pokemon is a throwback. I shared the art of an old game from Electronic Arts, right? The name of the game I used to play back in 85, 86 was Mail Order Monster, right? Now this is way before Pokemon's time, right? Now I do want to do like a videos on like reviewing old games and videos on reviewing Pokemon. Like, that's what a lot of these kids do, and they get a lot of views for sharing just their opinion on, you know, their movie review or their video game review. But we as hip hoppers, we don't even do it with our own music, our own lyrics. We let them determine what music is, you know what I mean? Like, what, and then all they're gonna do is blame it, right? Like, when Kendrick said, right, when Kendrick spit it, how much a dollar really costs, the questions is detrimental, paralyzing my thought, like, he was dropping that knowledge on us. But nobody, these young boys don't spit those lyrics, right? And they get mad at me when I step to them like, "Yo, you want to battle? Let's see if you know the lyrics of your own people," right? God forbid I, you know, do some Kendrick or Lupe or Mick Jenkins, you know what I mean? Like, I start spitting the new kid stuff and they looking at me like I'm crazy, right? But that's all I really wanted. I just wanted to jump on real quick, you know what I mean? Just look like I only got a minute left. And, you know what I mean? That, you know, we'll come back to talking about Pokemon. Like, me and my son have been recording our battles, and I'll share some of that, and we're trying to make some little shows of us, like a cartoon spin-off of us battling on Pokemon, and I got for the older cats, if you're familiar with Mail Order Monster, you know what I mean, we can talk about those things, the older games. That was on my Commodore 164, because me and my son, I'm already teaching him how to translate binary code into a numeric system. I'm already teaching them how to, you know, basically program in BASIC, which was the beginner's all-purpose symbolic instruction code. You know what I mean? That's what hip-hop is. It's an intelligent movement, right? And that's what we're doing it for. We're doing it for hip-hop, right? It's an intelligent movement, right? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. We try to achieve freedom, justice, and equality. We ain't here to shoot each other up. We here to share. You know what I mean? We about that peace, that unity, that compassion. You know? It's all truth, love, and courage. Right? Ain't afraid of them cops. We love hip-hop. That's like that. One. God. That is. Check it out. Crazy mix, right? One.